Hey everyone, it's Andy. First of all, I just wanted to welcome you to this event about what is coaching. You might be thinking, okay, I got this invite to check this out and I don't know anything about it. Or maybe you've been in one of our challenge groups and you've been curious more about the business side of things and if this is something that could work for you. So I'm excited that you're here and I'm excited to share with you my story and how I got to the point at which I'm at right now as a coach. It's been a complete whirlwind and a complete life-changing opportunity that literally fell in my lap. And in the beginning, I totally stiff-armed it. Like I was approached to be a coach after getting amazing results myself. My coach kept encouraging me to reach out and pay this forward to other people. And I was like, absolutely not. I want nothing to do with any sort of business. I have a nursing degree. I work nights. I have so much on my plate. I don't want anything to do with selling anything, and I certainly don't want to be part of any sort of network marketing. That was me. And I kept telling her, I just want to keep doing the workouts. I'm loving Shakeology. I just want to keep drinking my shake and doing my thing. And I really have zero interest in running any sort of business. In fact, I was already running a different business of my own, which is completely separate and different from Beachbody. And I just had a lot on my plate and I was feeling overwhelmed. And so I just said, no, thank you. It's not for me. And I kept thinking to myself, like, I went to school for a long time to be a nurse, and that is a legit career. And that's what I want to do. I had my dream nursing job at the time as a labor and delivery nurse. I was loving it. So I just wasn't interested. But prior to that, about 6 months prior to that, I was introduced to Beachbody by my good friend and neighbor who came over one day. And as usual, I was complaining about feeling tired, feeling like there was no way I was ever going to get rid of my baby weight. I was complaining about how I can't even shop in the junior section anymore because my mom body just doesn't allow those clothes to fit right anymore. I remember shopping with her and just complain. And she kept telling me, you have to make a change. You have to make a change. And I kept running all the excuses through my head with why that wasn't possible in my life with how much I had going on. It was not possible for me to get up early and work out like she kept telling me to do because I worked nights. I already gave up enough sleep. So inevitably, she encouraged me to just try it for a month. So I did. I bought my first challenge pack. At the time, it was T25 and Shakeology. I didn't care for Shakeology at first. It took me about a week to find my favorite blend. And then from that point on, I was in love. And I drank it every day. I was learning new things about how to eat better, how to fuel my body better. I was feeling great and I was losing weight like more rapidly than I had before. But the difference this time was it was in a healthy way. I had never done that in my entire life. I had always yo-yoed from like this kind of 140, 160 plus range of weight. And I'm only 5'4". So that always made me look pretty chubby, more chubby at some times than others. And I didn't feel good. Honestly, at the time that this came into my life, I was married. I had a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. And I wasn't so much, I didn't really care. I was comfortable. I didn't really care what I looked like. That sounds terrible. Like it wasn't something that I was striving for because I wanted to look better. I needed to feel better. And I quickly did that. And by doing the right things and pressing play every day and drinking my shake every day, not only was I starting to feel better, but I was starting to look better. I was starting to feel more confident in my clothes and people were noticing. So as my good friends and family were asking me, Andy, what are you doing? What are you doing to finally lose this weight that you've tried your entire life to lose? I was like, ask my coach. She'll hook you up. She's awesome. You know, she runs these groups and they're so motivating. And this is awesome. You have to do this. I was telling everybody, you have to do this with me. It's incredible. You have to get in one of these challenge groups. You have to try this shake. It's changing my life. It's completely changing my health. You have to try these workouts. Like, they're legit and they're quick. And now I don't have to pay for a gym membership. And now I don't have to waste, a couple hours just in the time of going to the gym and figuring out childcare for the boys and driving home and showering. Like, that's a chunk of your day. But when I can just pop in a video at home and it takes me about 30 minutes, that's legit, especially in the life of a mom. Really, in the life of anybody, it saves you so much time. So I was just in love with this lifestyle of drinking my shake every day, doing these workouts every day, and being in these groups where I felt encouraged and motivated and loved on. And as I continued to shout this from the rooftops about how amazing it was, my coach kept saying, you need to just be a coach. You need to do this. And I, again, was like, no, I don't want any part of that. I have too much going on. And again, I went to school to be a nurse. I didn't go to school to be a coach. And I was so skeptical, almost to the point of being rude now that I look back on it, acting as if this wasn't like a legit thing because of all the negativity out there, all the fear I had in my heart of even trying something like this was just putting up this wall to even considering it. And then something changed. And I had been in her groups for a couple months and I decided, you know what? I want to run my own group. I'm loving this so much. I want to encourage others. So I opened up a challenge group and I invited my good friends and family to join me. And I just started coaching. At that time, I had already signed up for the discount because I had already been drinking Shakeology for months. And my coach had convinced me, dude, just take the discount. You save yourself $15 to $20 a month. And I was like, okay, you're right. It makes sense. So I wasn't selling to anybody. I was literally just running a challenge group, talking about what I was doing and encouraging people along the way. And I was loving it. I was so excited about it. And so more and more people were telling their friends and joining my challenge group. Something clicked. And I thought, you know what? I'm seeing all these other coaches actually do this. Why am I so afraid of taking this leap? And I thought, why not me? Why am I not even giving it a chance, not even giving it a second thought when I'm loving doing all the things that my coach says a coach actually does? So why not actually put some effort into learning about the business? And that's when I dove in. I got into some trainings, which our team provides now, and I learned from the top. I learned from top coaches in this company what to do in such a small amount of time in your day to really get this business off the ground. And what I learned was I was already doing so much of it. So I added in a few things in little pockets of my day, maybe 30 minutes here while my boys napped and 30 minutes after they went to bed, of just learning how to intentionally talk to people about what I was doing and not just wait for people to notice that I had lost weight and that this was something exciting to me. And my business really took off. Literally, we call this thing the Power Hour, and it takes about an hour a day. It's a simple checklist that we provide for you that explains what I do every day. So I started doing that in about June of 2014, and I haven't looked back since. I love being a coach. I still work that Power Hour every single day, and I get to spend all my time with my family on my own terms. It was in March of 2016 when I had realized that I had more than replaced my income with Beachbody, the income that I was earning at the hospital. And I was about a month away from having to return back to work after having my third baby. And I freaked out. And I was like telling my husband, you know what? I don't want to go back to the hospital. I don't want to go back to shift work. I love what I do as a labor and delivery nurse, but my heart felt so pulled to just be home with my boys while they're little and just soak up every moment. And who knows, maybe in the future, because I love that profession so much, I'll go back, work a shift here and there. Who knows? But what was so incredible was in that moment, after discussing it with my husband, it was like, duh, I don't have to go back. I built this business in about an hour a day over the course of a little over a year, and I had replaced my income and then some. Now I get to choose what I do from here. And I chose to stay home. So it's been about a year now. I've been home full time with my boys. I still love being a coach so much. I still work about an hour a day. That's it. And it's providing us this life that I didn't know was possible. We live in an area where you pretty much have to have two incomes unless you have a really high paying job. That's just reality. We chose to buy a home in a pretty expensive area, knowing that with our professions as a nurse and a probation officer, we would need both of our incomes to survive and to be able to provide the sort of lifestyle that we wanted to provide to our kids. When Beachbody came around, it changed everything. It gave me this opportunity to get to be the stay-at-home mom that I always wanted to be. And yes, I had made those decisions to have that lifestyle and knowing I would have to work and earn an income. And Beachbody bridged that gap for me so I can have both. I can be home and I can still have a career. And yes, coaching is a career and it's my career and I'm proud of it. And it took me a long time to get to that point, because of how skeptical I was. But I'm here to tell you today that there is no shortage of success in this company. I am so on fire for what we do as coaches, for how we change lives. Not only has my life been changed in the fact that I've lost 30 pounds twice after 2 different pregnancies, thanks to Beachbody. I've made so many friends. I've reconnected with old friends that I hadn't talked to in years, thanks to Beachbody, Shayna being one of them, the other host of this event. It's been amazing for my confidence, and not to mention our finances. I mean, we are moving well beyond what I was earning as a nurse, and it's opening so many doors to be able to do things that we probably wouldn't have been able to do unless I was picking up extra shifts and working myself to the bone, which means not home with my kids. But now we can do projects around the house and not worry about racking up credit card debt. We can allow the boys to do karate and t-ball and flag football and whatever they choose to do without stressing about the fees involved. These are things I always wanted to be able to do, but honestly, the weight prior to Beachbody, the weight of feeling like, oh, we're both working so hard and we're literally just working living paycheck to paycheck and making ends meet. It didn't feel good. And I just had this stress so much about credit card debt. And I was always thinking about, what could I do to get out of that? But really the cycle of all I knew was this is just how people are, right? Like everybody has credit card debt and everybody lives paycheck to paycheck, right? That was my thought process. So when I realized the potential in Beachbody, I said, I'm just going to go for it because you know what? I believe in these products and I believe in what they did for me first in helping me get to the best shape of my life ever. And so why not pay that forward to other people? So I'm here today to encourage you to give it a chance. If you're like me and you're skeptical, I get it. Maybe you're like me and you feel like you have so much on your plate that there's just absolutely no way you could fit something else in. Give it a chance. Let me teach you what I do in about an hour a day to build a thriving business. Shayna and I are here to mentor you one-on-one, or whoever invited you into this event. We will mentor you one-on-one to help you reach your business goals far beyond what you ever thought was possible. Not to mention, we have such an amazing team of women. Like I said, I've met so many new friends and reconnected with old friends. And I love that we are this tribe of girl bosses and we get to go do really fun things. We take trips throughout the year, reward trips that are free, and we get to just fly around to different cities and hang out and go to really fancy dinners and get showered with gifts. I mean, who doesn't want to do that? A day at the spa here, photo shoots. Like I never would have done a photo shoot in my life, some professional photo shoot. And now I've done 3 in the last year. It's fun, you guys. It gives you that boost. It gives you that thing that's yours that you get to mold and create into a lifestyle that you never thought was possible. If you're like me, because I didn't think it was possible, and it is. We will be jetting off to New Orleans in just a few months as a team, and we get to spend 5 days together learning from top coaches in the company, doing live workouts with the super trainers that are in all the workouts. We get to meet them in person. It's just an awesome ride, guys, and I would love for you to join us. So why not? Take a chance. And who knows, you could be the next person whose life is changed physically, financially, emotionally, spiritually. This opportunity can provide all of those things for you, but you have to be willing to give it a chance and say yes. All right, guys, I hope that this was inspiring to you. And if you have any more questions about my story, just post them in the comments below this video, and we will be checking in more into the group throughout the day with more posts about what is coaching, what do we actually do during our day, every day. What is this Power Hour checklist that Andy talked about, and how do I get signed up? All right, I'll catch you later.